up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throw, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Marlo on it. And let's soon Chico Hilo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack, and the Lord gets back. Or somebody wants to get back, and they click clack, leave you been back, thinking I just intact. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in a club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the mail may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that months.
Yes, sir. Black Coast, keep your heads, keep your chin tucked. It's the one only goes with the shadow in the front. Don't mind me. I'm looking at the mailman real quick. Hold on. Okay. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. We are going to get into this real quickly. And thank you for whoever's going to be joining for here. And when I go back, let me just fix this real quick. Because most of the people that I notice on my lives, most of the views come from later on, which is fine. I'm okay with that. As long as people watching, as long as it's a couple, I'm okay. What's going on? Hey, Hawker, can you just give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down for the audio, man? Please. I just want to know if the audio is okay. Just if you hear me okay, just give me a thumbs up, or if it's not okay, just let me know. You know how I am, bro, with this whole audio shit. Good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to get straight into this, man. First, couple things. This definitely cannot be long. I know I always say it's not going to be long, and it's always 3 hours, but seriously, today it can't, bro, which is why I'm actually taking care of this shit now, because I want to make sure I get the live out the way. Besides, like I said, if I make a thumbnail, I'm gonna talk about it. Besides, it was a great fight, and I like Raymond Ford, and I've been talking about Raymond Ford, which is kind of ironic, actually. So Raymond Ford had an outstanding performance, bro. And let me explain. If y'all remember, what was it, last week or whatever? I was talking about Raymond Ford, and I was wondering, I didn't even see this fight coming up, bro. This goes to show you how shit could be going on, and I totally missed it. You know, we were talking, I think it was HLD or Puto. Has anybody seen Puto, by the way? Anyone seen Puto? Anyway, I think Puto was on the channel, and we were talking about Raymond Ford, and I think I was going back and forth with him, and I was like, nah, man, he's good, man. He's good. You know, first off, let me say this: anybody from New Jersey, New York, I support, but especially from New Jersey, bro. So Camden, New Jersey. He's from Patterson, New Jersey. Brick City is Shakur. But let me say by saying this, bro: Camden, New Jersey is bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad. Camden, New Jersey. I was in Patterson, New Jersey, and Camden, New Jersey. It's a couple hours drive, but it's on the bottom of Jersey. It is bad, bro. And it's just a not a nice place to live, bro. So I mean, Raymond Ford, I like that kid. Anybody from Jersey, I like him anyway, bro. But I've been liking Raymond Ford. I'm happy for him. I think that kid is a problem. You know, that little draw that he had earlier on in his career. I don't know if it was I think it's a draw. And I saw that fight. I was actually watching that fight last month, and that was just inexperience and mostly him not even taking that fight seriously, to be honest with you. If you go back and look at that fight, he wasn't even taking it serious. That's no excuse. Still, that's what you get. That kid will stay there and fight you. That kid will fight you, man. And he's got good boxing skills, bro. So salute to Raymond Ford, man. I like that kid. That fight, by the way, that fight was a good fight. And the dude was piecing up for, I don't know if you guys saw the Raymond Ford did an interview yesterday, right? And you know what I like about the kid? You know what I like about him? He's honest. Not a lot of these young kids are like that. They act like, you'll notice, like, with more maturity when you go in boxing, they become more like, sociable and more honest and stuff like that. Keith Thurman is an example, I think. If you look at Keith Thurman from years ago and Keith Thurman now, it's totally different. You know what I mean? But Raymond Ford is honest, bro. And he did a stream yesterday and he said, hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. He's like, I thought the dude was trash. That's what he said. He said, I thought the dude was trash. I thought he was trash. And when I was walking into the ring, I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm going to smoke this kid. This is what he's saying yesterday. He's like, I'm thinking I'm going to smoke this kid. Like, I'm going to smoke him. Like, I knew he had power and everything, but, I just thought, hey, I just got to weather the storm and I'm going to get him out of there. Right? He said he noticed from the first round, Raymond Ford said from the first round, he said, bro, I thought the guy was trash in my head. He's like, the whole night I thought he was trash. In the first round, he's like, within the first couple of seconds, I knew that kid was better than what I thought he was. He said, because when I went to throw a jab, he threw my jab over mine. Or no, he threw a jab and I threw a jab with him. I kind of countered his jab. Like, as soon as he threw the jab, I threw the jab and hit him. And he did the same back to me. And then when I went to go throw a punch, he did a hop back, a two-step. And that's, Raymond Ford said, that's when I knew, oh shit, this motherfucker he could fight. You know what I mean? But he's honest. I like Raymond Ford, man. Was talking about him 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering, I don't know how that fight flew under the radar for me, man. I mean, remember Pudo was on here. We were going back and forth, and I'm like, nah, Pudo, that kid's good, man. Before we go a little bit more on into the fight, I want to address this. I really do want to address this. I don't want to spend this whole PBC shit is driving me crazy. Okay, this PBC shit is driving me crazy. I'm tired of the back and forth. I feel like every day I wake up, it's something else. I'm going to leave it like this. If the original reports are true and there was a breach of contract, it's very simple where I stand. I never talk about what I noticed too is I got caught up. This is the first time I ever got caught up in the whole business. That's not my specialty. It's not my area, but I don't need to be a professional businessman to know that if you violate a contract, I'm out. That's just, I don't have to go to school for that. I don't have to, I don't have to. I look at it like this. If it's true and they breach the contract, I don't blame Canelo for leaving. If anybody wants to defend that, go ahead. That's fine. That's on you. All I'm saying is this. You think, if it's true and you put yourself in that shoes and somebody breaks the contract you have with somebody, what would you do? That's all I'm asking. What would you do? How would it look if somebody broke a contract with you and you got other people telling you that you're wrong? I just want you to imagine that, by the way. Like, imagine that. Imagine somebody broke their end and people are telling you that you're wrong. But I don't know what's true and what's not true anymore. I don't know if PBC's got problems. I don't know if they got money issues. I'll tell you this, though. Regardless of whatever the rumors and whatever is true or not, I can tell you this. This I do know. Something's going on at PBC. That's it. Because, and this is why either way it looks bad. I'm going to tell you why it looks bad either way. Let's say the rumors are false. Let's say it's false, y'all. Let's say they don't have any money issues and everything's fine. It's just a dispute with Canelo. Let's just say that's the truth. Let's just say that is the actual truth. There was no breach of contract. There's nothing, right? It was just a little minor disagreement, right? There is no money problems. Let's say that's accurate. Then that's even worse because now you're basically showing us that it's horribly run. It's horribly. You got one pay-per-view. You got no schedule. Crawford left. Do you see what I'm saying? And then the pay-per-view, the first pay-per-view that you throw. And by the way, I I disagree with a lot of y'all that say good riddance, PBC. I don't want that. I've been, and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna keep saying that. I do not want PBC to sink, bro. I don't. I don't, because I can see that things are not going to go as well as a lot of y'all think it's gonna go. There's fighters with contracts and shit like that. So I'm not, and I don't like to see anybody go under for anything. Like, that's just me. Am I upset with some of the things that they do? Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect example. Let's say these rumors are just rumors and none of it is true. So you telling me y'all got no money problems, no money issues, and nothing. And this is how you guys are running Amazon for the first year? This is how you're running it? You don't even have any like promos. You don't got none of that. You don't got no promos. You got no schedule. You got a non-title bout as a main pay-per-view. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's almost like you would rather they have money issues, because at least they have an excuse. At least they would have an excuse for how poorly things are going. If they don't have any money issues, then bruh, wait, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like deep down inside, you're hoping they have money issues. You're hoping PBC got money issues, because if they don't, then look how poorly it's being run. I mean, either way, something's going on. I don't know the contract. I don't know. Now I don't even know what the hell is going on, this and that. But what I do know is this. If they did break a contract, I'm on the side of the person, the opposite person, bro. Okay? I hate doing this whole business pocket watching shit. I want people to be compensated for what they do. I just want to see good fights. But as far as this situation goes, to me, I'm not even looking at David. Do you understand what I'm saying? Unless David is in the contract, which we don't even know, right? We don't know anything. Honestly, if anything is showing you is we don't know anything. But if David wasn't in that original contract with the three choices, right? I don't care. I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care. I'm looking at it as a person that's got a contract with another person or a company or whatever it is. I think everyone defending this shit needs to imagine you had a contract, bro, and somebody broke that shit with you. And I said to you, nah, it's your fault, bro. Nah, if you break it, I'm very, like, one thing I stand firm on, and this is just in life, and this is why a lot of people take advantage of me, by the way, because I'm loyal. There's certain principles that I live by, and people take advantage of those principles. My whole life, people take advantage of my loyalty. They take advantage of my kindness. They use all this shit against me. But I still live my life by that. I always stand by what I feel is right. What I feel. And I've been through this before. What I feel is right is not always right, bro. It's not. There's been plenty of times I look back on my life and I'm like, I felt like I was doing the right decision. But now that I look back at it, that wasn't the right decision. That was horrible. But at the time, I felt like it was right. So a lot of times what I feel is wrong. I'm admitting that. But I'm telling you, I always go to what I feel is right. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like if somebody breaks a contract, bro, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm out. It's sort of like you lying to me. You know, I've been through this before. If you lie to me, bro, especially if you lie to me over something that is little, by the way, if you're my friend and I catch you lying, I'm going to ask you why you're lying, bro. And then I'm going to realize that you lied about something that was very, very little. And now that you're going to have me thinking all this shit, like, if this dude's lying about it, what else do you see what I'm saying? There's a few principles that I live by that I always stick to it, bro. I got no problem forgiving somebody. I will forgive you. I'm not going to forget what you did, though. So I don't know what's going on with PBC. I have no idea. But hold on one second. Well, Tycho, listen, I'm going to say this, Tycho, and I know me and you were going back and forth, brother, the other day. Thank you for being here, Tycho. And like I said, Tycho, you don't ever got to explain yourself to me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever have to say, yo, my bad. No, never, bro. You've been rocking with me since day one. If you feel a certain way, you feel a certain way. I've already said, my moderators don't even agree. That's another thing I want to talk about, too. I don't know why in this community, why it's like this though. I don't know why, and maybe y'all can tell me why. But I noticed that, like, you know how you have like groups, right? You have groups, and then you have certain channels that rock with each other, right? There's no problem with that. I would like to think that I'm cool with a lot of channels that's never disrespected me. I look at it like this: if you never disrespected me, I'm cool with you, because you don't have nothing otherwise for me not to. And I've even told you that even people that I don't necessarily talk to anymore and I fall out, I still watch them. So I'm still supporting them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm a different type of person, bro. I don't follow everybody. Like, I don't, what I mean is, like, if 20 people are doing something, I'm not going to do it because 20 people are doing it. I'm doing it because I feel like that's something I want to do. That's just, I've always been like that. And one thing I noticed in this community is that people that are cool with people are afraid. It's like they're afraid to voice their difference of an opinion. No, it's healthy, bro. It's healthy. It's healthy, in my opinion. I would rather you tell me you disagree. How would you like it? Look, let's say you going out with a girl and she's only staying with you out of pity. Would you like that? Or would you like her to be real and be like, you know what, to be honest, this shit ain't working no more. I don't look at you the same. You would rather like that, right? Or would you rather pretend nothing's wrong and just, nah, that would actually piss you off even more. I would like to think that would piss you off. That would piss me off even more. So if I disagree with somebody, I'm gonna let you know, nah, bro, I don't know. In this situation, I don't see it like that. And I'm always gonna explain why I feel that way. It's just how I am. I feel like that should be respected above anything. That should be respected. I feel like people, and there's like people are like, they don't want to step on toes or whatever. Bro, this is a boxing channel, okay? I had boxing takes. My top mods, Tycho is a top mod. He's a mod above a mod. And we were going back and forth the other day. He thinks Canelo's ducking. I don't. Well, I think he's been avoiding. I've already been over it 1,000 times. Why? But I feel like when it comes to this contract situation, if it's true, I don't blame Canelo for leaving, bro. We're talking millions of dollars, bro. Millions of dollars. So, but regardless whether you think it's right or wrong, I just want some clarity. Do you understand? I want some type of clarity. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of Monday. Oh, Canelo's leaving. He's going to fight Munguia. Wednesday. Oh, he's going to fight Berlanga. Oh, Friday. David's going to 175. Like, I'm tired. Like, bro, I just want to know what's going on. That's it. And people need to understand this too. I'm talking to people with channels. There's a lot of people that do narratives, okay? We know this. We know this. People do narratives, bro. That's just how it is. That's the nature of the beast. But we report on what is being reported. Do you understand what I'm saying? You use your best judgment. Not all sources are credible. I've been through this. I had a specific live specifically about sources last week, about how you need to use your better judgment. And if you are reporting something, make it be just that. You understand what that means? Like, I am reporting that this outlet is saying this. I'm not telling you, you know, I might say, if this is correct, this is what I think is wrong, but I'm not telling you that's what's happening. I'm making it very clear that I'm reporting something that other people are saying. That's why I'm very clear and direct when I use any type of video from anybody. I tell you where I get it from. I don't just play it, because if I do that, you're gonna have in the back of your mind, oh, did Shadow there or whatever, right? I'm very clear and concise in what I say. This whole PBC shit is driving me crazy, bro. Because I just want clarity. I just want to know who Canelo's fighting on Cinco de Mayo, right? I want to know what Crawford's next fight is. I want to know what Tank's next fight is. It's very clear and concise of the things that I want as a boxing fan. I don't need all this riddles and shit like that in the middle, and all this media political garbage that just causes nothing but division, by the way. Nothing but division does all this stuff cause. None of it is good. None of it is good. I don't know what's going on, bro. Don't know what's going on, bro. What's going on, man? I have no idea. I appreciate you. Hey, I'll be seeing you sometimes come by. I've known you for a while, bro. Where have you been? Or have you always, you just haven't been dropping comments? Yes, that I will agree. I will say, I think they're doing bad business, OG. I do. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why, bro. Because if they're not having money issues, let me ask you this. You know how we don't know whether what is confirmed and what's not, right? Let me ask you a straight up question. If we find out that PBC isn't really having money problems, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Let's say they come out and say, you know what, y'all? All this shit they've been reporting, nah, none of it's real. We good. We got money. We good over here. Then what does that tell you? Oh, okay. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all of you that always support me. You know what that tells me? That tells me that it's being poorly run. There's no way on earth you're doing this on purpose. I'm sorry. What would be the reason for you? Let me ask. Maybe y'all can help me. Maybe y'all know about business more than me. Maybe y'all do. Let me ask you this. What would be the reason for you to start off an Amazon contract, right? Or a contract with I don't even know if you would call Amazon a network, an entity. One of the biggest entities in the world. Amazon is known worldwide. If you were to like travel on a boat and end up in West Bubblefuck on an island with a tribe that don't even speak English, I bet you if you said Amazon, they go, oh yeah, Amazon Prime, yeah, Amazon Prime. They everybody knows what Amazon is. Okay. Why in the world would you sign a contract with an entity like this and start off the way that y'all been starting if y'all don't have no issues? All right. So if it comes out and they say, oh, we don't got no money problems. Okay. Y'all don't got no money problems. Okay. So why is your first pay-per-view Thurman and Tim Tszyu a non-title bout? Why is there no promotion? Why don't y'all have a schedule? Why did Crawford leave? Why is there rumors of Canelo having issues? Do you see what I'm saying? So obviously I said yesterday, bro, it's common sense. We're grown adults here. And I've used this comparison and I'm going to use it again because I think it's very clear. It's the best way I can explain myself. Somebody comes up to you and says, your son is doing drugs. You don't just take that person's word for it and just lock your son in a room. You look at what he's doing, right? His eyes is red. He's groggy. He's not the normal, right? You find out he's hanging out with the wrong people, right? You put two and two together. It's very simple. Sometimes you don't need somebody to come out and say, I'm doing drugs. If I came on here itching all the time and acting like a crackhead, would it be surprising if I said, hey, y'all, I need to tell y'all something. I've been getting high. Y'all would know. Some things you don't have to explain. You just look and see. If PBC is not having any issues at all, then something's wrong. That to me, that's worse because at least if they are having issues, that's an excuse why shit is going the way that it's going. That's a reason. It's a valid reason. You could say, hey, this is what's going on, bro. We don't have the money to cover the we got Canelo with a huge purse. We got Tank over here. We got Crawford. This is only a distribution deal. The money for the promotion would cost it. That's a valid reason. At least I could understand. But if you acting like nothing's wrong and you got people saying nothing's wrong, PBC isn't broke and all this other shit, then so you're telling me that this is good? Come on, man. Come on. I'm not pro PBC or anti PBC. I don't want to see PBC go under. You think I want to see PBC go under? I'm not one of these people that's like, hey, man, the quicker, the better. That's what HOD says. The quicker, the better. I'm not like that. I don't want to see them go under. I don't. I know fighters got contracts, and I know that if it went under, if it went under, they're not just going to be at Matchroom in the Zone the next week, bro. They're not just going to be like, okay, didn't work out. Let me call Eddie. I'm pretty sure some of them got contracts, and I'm pretty sure when you have contracts with an entity like PBC, I'm pretty sure it's not easy to just get out of it either. And why would they simply let a lot of y'all go? knowing that you guys are literally walking banks to them. You're an asset. So I don't know what's going on. But I'll say this, Tycho. You're saying that, oh, you think Canelo's demanding outrageous money. All I'm saying, brother, is this. Whatever is in the contract, honor the contract. So if people are saying, but Canelo's asking for too much, if the contract, I don't know what the contract is, but listen to what I'm saying. If they have a contract and they agree to give this man the money, bro, give him the money. That's not his fucking problem. This is the issue. And I don't think people understand that. They keep putting their feelings with he's ducking David and all this other shit. This is about this situation, a specific thing. If you had a contract with somebody, bro, you would expect them to honor it, especially if you're honoring your end. So if it is broken, I don't blame Canelo for it. Now, if it comes out, right, that there was no breach of contract and that David is in the contract and Canelo's doing all this to start, clearly you ducking, Canelo. You ducking. It's simple for me. It's simple. I have no narratives. I have nothing I need to hide. If I find out he's ducking, I'm going to call him a duck. If I don't think he's ducking, I'm going to explain to you why I think he's not ducking. I'm very open. I'm very clear about the way that I live my life. It's not just boxing. It's how I live my life. No confusion. You should never be confused with me. In fact, my friends, they find me annoying at times because when I say something, I break it down so much. A lot of times they're like, bro, I get it, bro. I get it. I get what you, and I'm like, no. I need you to understand. I don't want you to say tomorrow, oh, I didn't understand. No. I understand what you're saying, bro. No, yeah. I'm going to make sure that you understand. I don't want no confusion. You ain't going to come to me next week and say, oh, I didn't know. No. I'm breaking everything down to you, bro. You're not going to be confused with what I want. Right now, Spence, Crawford, and I think he's been like this for the past couple of years, which it's his right. He's all about the money. So I might as well just get that Boots fight out of my mind, bro. I might as well just get it out of my mind because I don't think it's ever going to happen. Well, Tycho, okay, if that's the case, Tycho, then you agree that's PBC's fault, right? If that's true. You know, I think, contracts are contracts for a reason. You know what I mean? There's a reason why things are written up, looked over by legal attorneys or legal aides or whatever you have, financial legal literacy that can break down financial literacy in a contract. There's a reason why they go through all that, and then it's signed. There's a reason why all this shit happens, bro. It's not just made like on Monday. You don't call Al at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then by 12 p.m., y'all have a damn 3-fight deal contract for like $35-50 million. It's not how that works, bro. It's not. Which means it takes time, right? It takes time to create a contract. So imagine all the time that was put into this shit only for one party to breach. I don't think people understand where I'm coming from. I don't know anymore. I have no idea now. I have no idea what's going on. To be honest with you, I have no idea. None. All I can do as a person that runs a small channel and a small fish in a big ocean, the only thing I can do is report on what I see and use my judgment, and not all sources I report. Not all sources I take and come on here and go, this is what I heard. I have to use my better judgment and think, okay, is this guy most likely trolling the boxing community? Or has this guy been wrong 70, 80% of the time, right? I'm not going to post your shit. But if you're somebody like a Dan Raphael or Michael Benson, even sometimes Coppinger, I'm a little iffy. But Dan Raphael, Michael Benson, those guys I usually post. Because even though they've been wrong before, I know that they're not trying to fool the public. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think Michael Benson is putting tweets out there like, let me confuse everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? There are people that actually do this. They put fake news on Twitter and get everybody all riled up and shit. It's happened a couple of times to the Boxing Voice. They fell for it. I think Ness admitted he fell for it. That's how he knows. That's how he knows when people call up and they say, I heard this, I heard this, I heard this. This is why you'll hear Ness say, who did you hear it from? And they'll give him the name. He goes, nope. Because he knows. He's been through it already. He's probably already put that person's tweet up, found out it was cap. He just made it up, you know? So you got to use your better judgment as a person that has a channel that is talking about boxing. You have to have your better judgment. 90% of like almost everybody you went to was saying Canelo was leaving PBC. Is that not true? Is that not true? In the past 2 weeks, every channel you went to, right, was indicating what? That there's problems at PBC and Canelo was leaving. Even Eddie Hearn came out and said PBC's fucked. I think that was his exact words. PBC is fucked. So even he was talking. And then I saw an article yesterday where Eddie Hearn is saying that he's confused now. No shit, Eddie, you're confused? I'm confused. Let me see where it says Eddie's confused. It says Eddie is confused. Okay. Right here. Let me show it to you. Eddie Hearn is puzzled by Munguia rumors. Now remember, Munguia is with Oscar. Promoter Eddie Hearn appeared confused and skeptical about the reports of Canelo Alvarez fighting Jaime Munguia on May 4th on Amazon Prime, back with PBC. Hearn isn't sure what to make of the news from ESPN Knockout about Canelo and Munguia agreed and back with Amazon Prime. Hearn says he's unsure and he tells the fans to wait. Don't speculate, basically. He's saying before yesterday, Canelo and Munguia was expected to take place on DAZN, but now it looks like it's going to be shown on Amazon Prime. Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN Knockout both reported that Canelo and Munguia is agreed and is probably going to be shown on Amazon Prime. So not only is Canelo versus Munguia agreed for the biggest fight between Mexicans in many years, PBC has also returned to the table with Prime Video, said Salvador Rodriguez on X. The duel will make noise on Cinco de Mayo weekend. Hearing it is almost a done deal. Preliminary congratulations to PBC, Canelo, and Munguia. Great job coming together. That's what it's all about. I do believe it is a highly commercial fight. Mexico versus Mexico. War. Now, Hearn says, I don't think it's official yet. We'll have to see. Obviously, he's with PBC, isn't he? Question mark. I don't know how that contract sits. Was it a 3-fight deal? These are all questions I was asking yesterday, by the way. I don't know if Munguia, he says, I do know Munguia is a DAZN fighter. So I'm not sure how that'll even play out with Golden Boy. We'll see how it plays out. And the reason why he's saying that is because he knows Oscar. If you remember, the Munguia and Charlo fight got shut down. Yeah, remember that Jamal Charlo was supposed to be fighting Jaime Munguia last year. And you remember that fight fell apart. That fight fell apart because Oscar De La Hoya made it clear that he wanted it over on his own. And that's where PBC said no. And this is what I'm saying. I don't know what to believe anymore, yo. I really don't. I could just tell you this. My stance remains the same, that if a contract was broken, I don't blame anybody for walking away. If he didn't break a contract, Canelo, you need to fulfill the obligations, bro. And if David was on the contract and that's the reason why you're doing all this, then you're ducking, bro. It's that simple for me. It's no need to be confused about it. When you make a decision on anything, I know for me, what people don't like, it's called playing the fence, right? It's called playing the fence, right? A lot of people don't like that, but I think it's smart to do that. Because what you're doing when you do that is you're looking at both sides, right? You're looking at, okay, you're looking at this and you're not just going, oh, I heard what I heard, I'm over here. Because a lot of times people got pride in their men, and a lot of people don't like to admit when they're wrong. Believe me, bro, you see it all the time. People do not like to admit when they're wrong. So they jumped over here, right? Without thinking about it and looking at the other side, they jump over here and then they find out they're wrong. And instead of coming out and saying, oh, I was wrong, right? What do? They double, they triple down. They triple down. Now, even if they're shown that they're wrong, you could say, bro, but you're wrong. They just can't. They can't come out to say, hey, I was wrong, bro. I made a mistake. They can't. A lot of people can't. They triple down on there. Like, no, this is why. That's why I look at both sides. People don't like it when it's called play the fence. I think it's called play the fence. That's my interpretation of playing the fence. Not like not this. Not like if I said about Canelo ducking, like if I said, I don't know if Canelo's ducking. Yeah, he's ducking. No, he's not ducking. Yeah, he's ducking. No, that's flip-flopping. That's flip-flopping. No. Playing the fence is looking at it and going, okay, yes, he is avoiding David. Let me explain to you why I think he's avoiding David. I think he's avoiding David not because he's scared of him. I think he's avoiding David because he doesn't want to give him a payday. Because he doesn't like the way the Spear campaign is going with his father and the shit that they talk and the shit like that. I don't agree with it, but I believe that's what's going on. I know when you fight Canelo, you get the biggest payday in your life. That is me playing the fence. I'm looking at both sides. The whole Amazon contract thing, let me look at this. I understand why PBC would want to do what they're doing. Listen to what I'm saying. The first fight was originally supposed to be Jamal. Jamal wasn't ready. Jamal admitted he wasn't ready. Canelo fights Jamal. The numbers don't do as well as people thought he was going to do, right? So now PBC's worried because now this fight is supposed to be what the first fight was, Jamal. And it's the twin brother. And it's the less accomplished brother. And it's the brother that's had issues in and out the ring, where the other brother, although a lighter weight, more proven, never really ducked any smoke, was undisputed at 154. So now PBC's looking at this and they're like, yo, this is a disaster about to happen, right? So understand what I'm saying. I understand why you would be like, damn, I'm about to give him 35 mil for this, right? I understand. However, if you put that in a contract, bro, that's business, bro. That's business. You shouldn't admit. If we are going to go into business together, right? And it costs $50,000 and you don't have your half, and you say to me, hey, Shadow, can you put my half up? And in 6 months, I will give you back 25,000 plus 10. Plus 10. That's 35 for my half now. And 6 months from now, the guy looks at how the business is going and it's not going the way that he thought. And he comes up to me and goes, you know what, bro? This ain't going to work out because look, the business ain't working out. It don't matter, bro. No. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to Amazon. I understand. Yeah, if that's the case, you shouldn't have promised that much money to a person. That's how I look at it. It's the nature of business. Business is a gamble in itself. Business is not a guarantee. If it was a guarantee, everybody would have a business, don't you think? If every business flourished, by the way, if every business flourished and people made money, you don't think everybody would? I would have a business right now. It's a gamble. It's a lot of work. Sacrifices, losses. It happens. It's part of life. If you promise that man in the contract, then you honor it. Canelo, if it ain't broken, you honor your end, bro. If David's in the contract, you ducking then. If he's not, then why are we even talking? Pudo, I was just mentioning you, bro. Hey, you remember? Hey, where you been, Pudo? You remember? I was bringing you up because if you remember on the live about a week and a half ago, me and you were talking about. I brought up Raymond Ford. If you remember, I brought up Raymond Ford, and we were talking about him. And I was like, and I was like, nah, man, I really like the kid. Well, I mean, number one, anybody from Jersey, I like, you know what I mean. But I look, man, I really think this kid's gonna be something, man. You know, the reason why I like him is because, and I was making the comparison a couple weeks ago. He's a boxer, but he's not. I want to be careful with how I say this. He's a boxer that doesn't go on his bicycle. That motherfucker will fight you. He'll fight you. That whole fight, he was getting caught by a big puncher. And still in the 12th round, he went for that knockout, bro. That's a dog. That's a dog. What's going on, Ed? Appreciate you, man. Hey, Pudo, I saw something the other day where somebody was talking to you and you said something like, I quit. What do you mean you quit? You quit YouTube? Or do you have a channel or something? Hey, Pudo, do you have a channel? Listen, if anybody that watches me has a channel, tell me. Tell me. Who, Raymond Ford? Absolutely. I like Raymond Ford, bro. And he's from Camden, bro. I fuck with anybody from Jersey, bro. It is what it is. You know. And trust me, if you bro, listen. Any one of y'all ever been to Camden? You know what the shit? I know where I went in Camden. That shit looked like the Jersey version of The Wire, literally. Patterson is like that too, but Camden's different because Camden it's in the southern bottom of Jersey, so it's more a little bit rural, right? Rural, but ghetto as fuck. Whereas when I moved from the Bronx down to Patterson, right? There, as far as crime went and everything, it was almost the same. The only difference is Patterson is unlike any city I've ever lived in. It's more, every section has its own community. Although everyone lives amongst each other, there's not a lot of people don't go around, being all racial and shit. Everybody lives amongst each other, but everybody lives together as a community in Patterson. In South Patterson, you got the Arabics. At 10th Ave, you got the Jamaicans. You know what I mean? North 6 is Puerto Ricans. Union Ave, Dominicans. East Patterson, Puerto Ricans. I lived on Belmont Ave, predominantly a black area. And then you got places like 6th Ave, Peruvians. It's unlike any place I've ever lived before. You'll know where you're at. If you go through downtown where some of the places where they filmed Sopranos at, or you went up towards Passaic, you'll see the old Italian people outside, the old Italian fat guys with the cigars. You'll know. You'll go through a community and it's just heavily Jamaicans. But other than that, it was the crime is the same and shit like that. But Camden's bad. HLD, brother, as much as I fuck with you, bro, we are never on the same page. I noticed we are just never on the same page. I go left, you go right. I'm going forward, you just hit reverse all the fucking time. I don't want to see the Charlo fight next, but if it does, it will. I'm like this. Whatever's in that contract, bro, I think the person should fulfill it. It's just bad business, bro. It's bad business. It's bad business. And if you promote bad business, right? If you promote that or you say it's okay, then don't complain when bad business is happening all around you. Don't ever complain because you're the one that's okaying it. Yeah, Candace bad. Yes. So you know, bro. Hey, listen, I'm probably the shortest drug dealer on earth, bro. I mean, the shortest term drug dealer on earth. I found out quickly that is not my life. I found out very quickly. My mom died when I was 14. My pops moved to Union Ave. I didn't want to live there. Not because I had beef. I just didn't want to live there. So I was trying to do it on my own. And for 3 months, I sold dope. And I went to Camden because it was cheaper at the time. I'm pretty sure I could have found a connect in Jersey City or Brick City or whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is my only connect was in Camden. Bruh, after the third time of me driving all the way to Camden, all the way back, and then I'm fucking worried about the cops. I'm like, bro, this life ain't for me. I'll be the first to admit, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm doing a 9 to 5 out this motherfucker. I'll get a second job. I'm not doing this. This shit is stressful. If it ain't the cops, I gotta worry about somebody robbing me or killing me. Fuck that. Nah. This career is not for me. I quickly made that decision. It was easier for me to decide to go to the army than it was for me to continue to sell drugs. Nah, that shit was a short-lived career. But every time I went to Camden, bro, to go re-up, bro, I had to bring at least 4 people with me, bro. Fuck, I was not going down there by myself, bro. You might as well just hop out the car, hand your wallet out and say, here, bro, here. I just want to give this to you today. It's a token of my appreciation and gratitude for you letting me live. I'm not, nah. But yeah, listen, Raymond Ford, man, I like that kid. He's a dog. He's a dog too, you know? And what's better about him that you don't see with Chris Colbert, and you know, I will always support Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert is, I'm starting to believe he's borderline delusional. I'm sorry, Chris, but I think he's borderline delusional. He's the only man on earth I know that could get knocked out cold and lose the fight 100% and look at you and be like, dude's trash. He knocked you out, Chris. He's trash. He's fucking trash. I mean, his mindset is weird, man. Okay, you getting knocked out by a trash motherfucker then. Yeah. Hey, man, that's why, you know, hey, listen, I think a lot of people got upset with Shakur. You know, who really got upset with Shakur, I believe, was mostly his fans from Jersey, New York, especially people, you know, he's from Newark, right? That makes Newark look, believe it or not, I've never had that. I've never had that mentality like, oh, I need to act like this or Patterson will look weak. No, I represent myself. It's a lot of weak people that live in Patterson. They probably hide it very well. But I think when Shakur had that performance, people looked at it like, nah, you making our city look bad and shit like that. Listen, man, when you're younger, you have this mentality like you own a block that is owned by the government. This is my block. No, it ain't, bro. No, you're not getting no royalty or no money. I don't know. I used to think the same way. Hey, let a motherfucker come through here. I'm protecting the government's block. Like, what the fuck? Unbelievable, man. When you get older, you laugh at this shit. You just laugh at it. You laugh at the ignorance, man. I will say this. I still want to see the PBC pay-per-view. I do. I like Keith Thurman. But once again, I'm going to say this. I do not think that that's a great pay-per-view to be displaying a non-title fight. You could have put something on better. And this is what I mean by, listen, people are going to think I'm hating, but I'm not. I'm not. When I say, in a way, I hope PBC is having money problems, I'm saying that because it gives it a valid reason for the way it's being run, in my opinion. If they don't, then it's being run horribly. Horribly. You could find a bunch of content creators to make a promo. I'm pretty sure people love boxing so much. If PBC reached out and said, "Hey, we need a couple content creators to help us make a promo for the fight," I would do it for free. I would. I'm probably that naive because I love boxing. I'd probably be like, or a smart person would take advantage and be like, "I'm taking advantage of this. You're gonna pay me." But I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure you could. If they don't have money issues, then what the hell is going on over there? What is going on? And then Al Heyman, he's literally, bro, I've never known he is. I don't know. Do you guys think Al Heyman is famous? His name in boxing, okay, is like, his name in boxing is like Stringer Bell or Avon Barksdale to The Wire. You know what I mean? Like if you was in the drug dealing world and somebody said, hey, do you know Stringer Bell? Oh yeah, we know Stringer Bell, right? In boxing, that's like Al, right? Oh yeah, everyone knows Al Heyman. For a person that is that famous and the name rings bells, I cannot find no pictures of this dude, bro. All I find is the same picture from the same fight from that night. All these phones on planet Earth, nobody find pics of Al. What the hell is going on? Does this man even exist? It's like, I've always had, listen, I told you this the other day and I'm starting to really believe it, man. I've never been a huge conspiracy theorist until the last 5-6 years. Till I started seeing some shit that made me really open up my eyes. Right now on Netflix, y'all can look it up. It just got released last week. It's called American Conspiracy. This guy was investigating the government, and the reason why it perked my interest was because the last place he was seen before he died was where I work at, the Martinsburg VA. He went down there to speak to a source and was found dead 2 hours later in a hotel in Martinsburg in a very weird way. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm there every day. But this was back in 1991, but still. The conspiracies that I see now, bro, a lot of shit is true that is blatantly right in front of your face. But anyway, when it comes to PBC, and this is just a funny conspiracy. I'm not saying it's real, but shit, anything could be going on now. I've always thought that Al Heyman was just this guy that's just there, right? And Floyd's running PBC. That would actually make sense with all the shit going on. That would actually I could see that happening. Which is another sign that makes you think there's something's wrong with PBC. You want to know why? And I've said this before too, and correct me if I'm wrong. You guys remember every time after Tank would fight, somebody would ask a question and Floyd would always cut him off and be like, hey, listen, we're not here to make other promoters rich. We got enough fighters here at PBC. We got enough fighters in-house. We're going to take everything here in-house, right? And now all of a sudden, since when do you see PBC, their top money makers, Canelo, Tank, they probably were going to do it with Crawford too. Their opponents, they're picking opponents from other promotional companies. You know, Tim Tszyu, he's not PBC. They were talking about Conor Benn and Tank. He's not PBC, right? Munguia, he's not PBC, right? So I think I said that already. Well, there was another one that Tim Tszyu, right? So it meant, why would they do that? Why would they suddenly do that? The only thing that I could come to the conclusion, right? Like I said, you look at what's going on, you look at the rumors, and you look at the actions, and you see if they match up. The only thing I could think of why your first pay-per-view would be with Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu, who's not PBC, and then you want Canelo to fight Munguia, who's not PBC, and I'm hearing they were having talks with Conor Benn and Tanks, who's not PBC. The only thing I could come to the conclusion is, I don't want to worry about paying that other person because you know that they're going to be taken care of. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, why else? All of a sudden now, PBC is the most, let's all get along. You know, let's sing Kumbaya and shit. before y'all were the ones that everyone else was complaining about. Bob would be like, fuck, it's PBC. Don't ask me. Oscar's like, hey, it's Al. You know, like all of a sudden now Al is this big, like, everybody, come on, let's get a hug. Come on, man. Oh, fuck that. That was back then. That was last month. It's a new month. Come on, man. Something's going on, man. You don't gotta tell me they broke or not. I'm telling you, shit ain't looking right, bro. I saw Steven Espinoza talking, and I'm looking at him. And as he's talking, I'm thinking, if I was your boss, I'd fire you right fucking now. He's talking and he's like this. He's like, yeah, you know, that is true. That is correct. Amazon was a distribution deal, and just to show it, and we take care of everything else on our end. And that's my job. My job is to actually, you know, I'm getting a couple people. He's saying this. I'm getting a couple people right now, and we're gonna take care of the promotion and everything like that. And I'm looking at him like, what fucking promotion? What? Fight Hype? The Boxing Voice? They're promoting your fights. I'm promoting your fucking fight. Motherfucker, come on, man. Stop it with the bullshit, man. Stop it, bro. Either PBC is broke or the worst run promotional company to be in existence, which I doubt the latter. Which I'm pretty sure some of y'all is going to say, no, Shadow, you're right. It is a badly run promotional company. That's why we can't wait until it leaves. I'm not under that mindset. I don't want PBC to leave. I don't want any promotional company to go under, bro. I really don't. Who's Steven Espinoza, Tycho? Well, I mean, listen, man. And look, and it makes you think some shady shit is going on. There goes the link. It makes you think some shady shit is going on at PBC. It really does. It makes me think, like, if this shit is true, right? It makes me think like somebody high up with stuff like, I'm telling you right now, like I said, I'm not the biggest or the smartest businessman on earth, but a lot of times when you have these companies that are supposedly money problems, right? Supposedly, and these are big companies, most of the time, what's going on is one or two people from the top is just taking money. They're taking it illegally somehow. They're not even paying taxes on it. They're not even claiming it. They're somehow funneling that money somewhere else, which is creating problems, which is creating a deficit, which is creating more debt and people not getting paid and all that. Meanwhile, they're getting tremendously rich. That's what's going on a lot of times with these companies. And if this is true, it makes me think, who is it? Al? Is it Al? Is it Floyd? What's going on, bro?
¿Qué pasó?
What's going on, bro?
Ponce, man. I'm brewing some coffee. We're gonna have some chat here. We'll see what's up.
So, you know, I know you're very happy that PBC's leaving, but I'm not, bro. And
I'm not. They're not leaving yet. They need to honor that contract. Pay Canelo that $35 million. Make sure we make this Charlo fight. We need this Charlo fight, and the sooner they do it, the better it's gonna be for boxing, because then they're gonna be sunk for good.
They're horrible, bro.
Yo, man, they just didn't Benavidez just say, you know, they're not gonna cross the street to the zone.
Yeah, huh? You know what I found funny? This is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Benavidez camp. I don't understand how people ignore some of the things that they say. How many times have we heard them say, we are willing to do anything to make this fight? And then you ask him, like, are you willing to go to people? Fuck no. Oh shit.
That's why I tagged
I'll do anything but that. And then it's like the next thing you know, it's this. The next thing you know, it's this. And it's like, bro, come on, bro. Y'all need to look at what they're doing too. I'm not saying Canelo's not at fault, by the way. And by HOD, now that you're here, I want to make it clear. if I find out that this contract shit is fake or it never happened and there was no breach and David was on the contract, bro, I'm calling Canelo a flat duck. Like
No,
I got no problem doing it.
I don't think he ever was. I think that's pretty much clear. I think what Canelo's doing is trying to see. I obviously something happened between Canelo's team and Eddie Hearn. The rumors was that they met together.
I'm glad you said that. Before you say anything, I'm thinking this, right? If everything is going the way that it is, maybe Canelo left PBC, or not left, but kind of like tested the waters and went to go talk to Eddie and found out this shit ain't gonna be so bright over there.
Yeah, and there was, well, the reports are that Eddie Hearn and Eddie Reynoso, they had a little bickering in their meeting. What it is, I don't know. It's what's to speculate, but the way Eddie Hearn said today on IFL, because he just landed over there in the UK for the Ngannou thing. He's like, I don't know what's going on with the contract between Canelo and PBC.
Right, I just read that right here. Actually, he says,
but you just look it up on IFL. He spoke on it. I think it's like on close to the 15-20 minute mark.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, okay. He's like, and that they're trying to make the Munguia fight, but he's like, I like what he did. He put it out there. Munguia is an exclusive DAZN fighter.
Right. I was just reading that. Well, I didn't play the interview, but I was just reading the article where Eddie Hearn is like, he said he's confused right now because he's hearing that Canelo is back or talking with PBC or whatever, but then he's like, but I'm hearing it's Munguia, and he's like, but Munguia is exclusively DAZN. That means exclusively. You know what that means? That means he's exclusively on his own. He doesn't fight nowhere else. So that means you can't be like, okay, Canelo, you're gonna fight Munguia, but you got to bring Munguia over here for this fight. No, bro. What part of exclusive don't you not get in your head?
So I tagged all of them. I tagged Munguia. I tagged Oscar this morning. I'm like, after I saw that shit, and I'm like, yo, Oscar, man, it's time for you to put your golden gecko pants on and cut this shit out.
What time did you text Oscar? Because you got to text him before he get the coke in him, bro. Like,
come on, man, don't hit him up that bad. That was like a 9 o'clock, right before around right before 10 o'clock this morning.
You would have hit him up about 20 hours later. You'd have been, 20 minutes later.
No,
I don't know if he's still. I'll tell you right there. I'll tell you like this. I don't think Oscar's that bad as what people think he is.
No, he's not.
I think he knows the business. I think he's like every promoter in my eyes has been caught in lies. Bob Arum too. And if there was
for the public, yeah, but as far as like standing by his fighters, doing what the best he can for his fighters, trying to guide them as best possible for his fighters, I think Canelo does. Oscar does an excellent job. So this morning after I heard that,
who else said that too? Kid Austin and his father said that Oscar.
Yeah, he's genuine. Is he perfect? No, it's still business. Look, man, if everybody's kumbaya, and nobody's ever perfectly kumbaya in business. So when I heard that Eddie Hearn interview this morning, I hit up Oscar and I'm like, yo, Oscar, it's time for you to put your Gordon Gecko pants on and cut this shit out and be cutthroat. Canelo versus Jaime Munguia should be on DAZN Boxing, where the subscribers been supporting Munguia and get a discount for the pay-per-view with a production that is A+. Not like the shitty press conference we just saw on PBC. Let that boat sink to the bottom and then come back and pick up the pieces. That's what I told you that you need to do. Who's that? Is that Budo?
It's Budo.
Nah,
Budo, what's going on, bro?
This is HLD.
Hey, man, what do you want to say about the situation?
They confused them several times with HLD.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, now you caught that,
yeah.
No. Jokes aside, not too much on the PBC Canelo situation. At the end of the day, we know nothing. They contradict themselves every day after every day after every day after every day. At the end of the day, Canelo and Eddie's going to be the one.
You think Eddie?
Yeah, Canelo or Eddie Reynoso.
Oh, not Eddie Hearn. Okay.
Yeah. If Eddie Hearn's going to be there, he's going to be standing next to him. We're not going to It's not gonna be like he's talking to taking.
I'm just tired. Look, I'm tired. And look, another reason why that I think obviously something is wrong. Didn't Canelo come out and say that he was gonna name his opponent a week later?
Yeah, but the negotiations fell through.
No, this is what I'm saying, HOD. I'm saying because some people say like, oh, well, we don't know what's going on and this and that. I mean, well, if he says I'm gonna name somebody in a week and he doesn't, that's a sign right there that something happened.
Oh, he didn't say that though. He didn't say he was going to name somebody in a week.
What did
he did. He did in the Mexican press conference, Puro. He said, puede pasar hoy o cualquier día o quizá para la semana que viene. Ya tendría con quién.
Quizá.
Bueno, quizá, possibly, right?
Yeah, possibly, exactly.
Possibly.
At the end of the day, like and that's what I actually like about him and Eddie. They're really like vague. Especially when they're like around negotiations.
Well, you have to be. I respect that.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I respect that. But you questioned me about the hypocrisy with Coach Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like I didn't hear about it.
Well, when Teal fought Jermaine Ortiz, this guy came on Mill City and we went at it. Oh, yo, he lost. I'm like, dude, the guy was running. Oh, the game is hitting. I get hit. All this bullshit. And so he's on Mill Cities today, and I hit him like, yo, man, had you, Coach, had Ford fight like Jermaine Ortiz, he would have definitely lost on the cards and most definitely not had the opportunity to knock him out and become champion. You know what I mean? So, cut the bullshit out. That stuff that he was talking about, Tio and Ortiz, was bullshit. He didn't have, and I tell you what, Ford had to gut that out. It was Ford who won that shit, all straight out on his own guts. But had he had Ford fight the way Ortiz was fighting, he would have lost most definitely on the cards and no opportunity of knocking the guy out.
Wait. But he was with Jermaine Ortiz was he with him he was coaching him, right?
No, he came out and he made a big deal on Mill City and he was like, man, he was hot for like a week talking shit about Tio and how he lost that fight versus Jermaine Ortiz and saying that, oh, that's boxing hitting. I'm like, yeah. So now that his guy won on Saturday, right? Did he win using that bullshit ass ice skating strategy?
No,
you know
Ford,
what I mean?
No, Ford.
Yeah, right. Right, exactly. He didn't have his fight. He didn't have his fighter Ford fight like Ortiz because he wouldn't have won that.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Because I said this yesterday, HOD, and I'll play it again real quick. I don't know if you saw this, Puto, either, but I don't know. Speaking of conspiracy theories, if you look at ESPN, right, and when it was like Loma, like the blood, sweat, and tears, they gave Loma like a half an hour, right? They gave Big Bang Zhang like a half an hour. And I noticed this is two times in a row. When it came to Teofimo Lopez, they would only give him like 6 minutes for the blood, sweat, and tears, the shortest ones I've ever seen. Then the day after the Jermaine Ortiz fight, right, they showed the aftermath of the fight, right? But in the one that they showed in the aftermath of the fight, they showed everybody that said that they thought Jermaine won. So like they were showing like Clarissa, they were showing I don't know if it was Crawford or whatever, but they were showing mostly people that they didn't even show anybody that said that Tio won. Then about a week and a half later, they drop another one. And I clipped the other. I clipped the part, and this is what you saw on that one.
So you understand? I did it well. You gotta take that. If he didn't take that, he didn't come to take that. He didn't take it. I gave it to Lopez on some real shit. On some real shit.
Jermaine Ortiz is a good fighter, but you can't run the whole fight and think you're gonna win. And so Tio tried to make it a fight. You can't make somebody fight that don't want to fight. That's how I see it.
Takeover, believe in the takeover, best fighter in the world.
I clearly saw Teofimo win. All the respect to Ortiz, but Teofimo was putting the pressure and was making the fight. It was clearly the fight, but I see some people upset. It was understandable, but in my opinion, I saw him won clear.
Fucking working hard all day, all morning, all afternoon. Motherfucking play like that for my family.
Guys like that, they're never gonna win, man, because the judges are not stupid. They're gonna know the power is there.
They don't want to commit. Ain't nobody want to fight the champ, man. Maybe next time we'll get a better dancing partner, you know?
Acuérdate que cuando eres el rey, todos quieren tumbar al rey abajo. Nadie te quiere ver arriba. Todos te quieren bajar. Tú mantente firme siempre arriba. Da mucho gusto, man. No sabes la felicidad que me da verte crecer. Te ve que eres una persona mucho más madura, más sabia.
Por él.
Claro. Todo por la familia.
Por él y por mi familia, por Dios. Dios primero.
I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss, but there was no way you could give that fight to Jermaine Ortiz.
We're sad because it would have been more entertaining and it would have been a real fight, you know? We robbed the crowd from from him getting knocked out, you know?
So like I said, that was aired a week later, but the one you saw the day after the fight was like all these people was like T.O. lost, and I'm like, I've always thought like ESPN be fucking doing T.O. dirty, bro. Why did you just dirty?
They've been doing dirty.
Why don't you just fucking show the original shit and just put it all out there? It's just weird. And I put this together because go back and look at the Blood, Sweat, and Tears with T.O. It's 6 minutes long, but then go to the Loma, go to the Big Bang Zang. It's like a fucking half an hour. It's almost like the things that I really liked Showtime for was the whole what was that one called, by the way, Puro, HOD, the
All Access.
All Access. I love that. I remember the one with Jermell when he was gonna fight Tony Harrison too, or Castaño too. I love those All Accesses, but I mean, right there you could just see like they just do them. This is weird. I don't understand, and he signed to them.
But check this out, fellas. It's funny that that on the little clip that you just showed us, it was Valdez and Tio that were like, talking to each other, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because Top Rank is known to censor their fighters. Like the last fighter that they censored was Oscar Valdez. Yeah. Where they cut out the rebuttal to Shakur Stevenson on their face-off or whatever. Shakur Stevenson, don't be taking them drugs. And then Oscar Valdez is like, well, you don't be hitting women. And they literally edited that part out.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't understand because like I don't understand why you wouldn't just release that in its entirety the day after. You wait a week.
I mean,
isn't it weird?
Obvious?
It's obvious to me. It's obvious what they're doing, and they're always looking to devalue. They'll pick up the fighters that they want to invest in, and then they'll do what they can to devalue the fighters that they don't like. Man, that thing with Valdez was a good. I wish Teal surrounded himself more with men like Valdez.
Yesterday, Sergeant, we were going over it. HOD brought it to my attention, and we read the article. That article is freaking crazy, by the way.
Oh, you saw what he put out on Twitter, or did he put out on? Oh, he went crazy. It's on my Twitter feed. I'm like, this motherfucker is crying. He's on Instagram Live. I don't know what's wrong with these motherfuckers over there at Top Ring, man, because they were talking about his arrest during the fight on Saturday, and he was tripping about it. I'm like, well, how about you not get arrested?
By the way, y'all, but let me go over this shit again. This guy has the audacity to say people are tripping. When you read the shit this man did.
You saw the video?
No, I read the article where it tells you the police report. Fucking this guy 3 times sped up to speeds of 130 miles an hour.
Play the video, man. It's on my thing. You'll see. He's complaining. He's got Top Rank on his TV.
Is it on Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter.
Hey, what's up with all the compassion, though, bro? Everybody's like, pray for Ryan, pray for Ryan.
Mira, yo estoy cansado, bro. I don't wish him no harm. Let me make that clear. I'm not gonna wish him no wrong, but I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care either. I mean, at the end of the day, I care. Like I don't know the dude. I don't want nothing bad to happen.
I don't want nothing bad to happen to him. But all this bullshit,
man, bro. Like, come on.
Look, man. I don't know about you guys. I've been through the ringer in the divorce. You know what I mean? It's never made me act this goofy and retarded and fucking get the fuck out of here, bro. Be a man. Fucking father is. I blame his father.
Yeah, all I know is that Brian.
I'm on your name. Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, you scroll down on my thing and you'll see where I think it was yesterday. Keep on scrolling. You'll see it.
Brian's promoting his fight.
Hold it. Was no. Keep on going. Keep on going. It's is it? You'll see that it's gonna see Jared Anderson, and I'm saying,
I see it.
There it is, right there. There it is.
Okay, hold on.
Contender was arrested. Hey, Tyrank, I really don't know what the fuck going on with y'all, but on my mama, is y'all promoting me or is y'all trying to down me? Cause it's bad enough everybody else posting the dumbass shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck going on yet. Quit doing this. I don't know what the fuck is up with you niggas on that fucking stand, bro. Quit doing this weird ass shit, bro.
Motherfucker, I'm playing your shit.
Mordió la lengua, okay.
Your ass went 130 miles in that fucking out. I'm playing your shit. Don't be driving crazy like a crazy motherfucker, and people won't say nothing.
This motherfucker, like how about don't get arrested, motherfucker? How about this is second arrest in 4 months?
Yeah,
I mean, listen, what you do outside the ring is what you do outside the ring. But
2 felonies, man.
Don't get
2
mad.
felonies.
Don't get mad. Listen, once shit is out there, bro, right? It's like saying, how dare y'all play a video of me on YouTube? Like, bro, it's out there, bro. It's out there. Like once it's out there, it's out there. Once they make an article, right? And the article's bad. I mean, listen, let's not act like the police in the media hasn't lied on Latino and black men or anybody that they don't like. They make the narrative. Let's stop. All right. So I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that the shit does not look right. It says, matter of fact, we're gonna go through this shit again because this shit blew my mind yesterday. And I'm like, if this is true, bro, that's insane, bro. That's like the shit I was reading.
The only time I would excuse running from the cops like that and trying to say, yo, man, it's because my wife is about to have a baby and I'm trying to get to the hospital, or I got a family member who or something that needs I need to get my family
just
whatever
real quick,
to the hospital.
HOD, let me just go through this just real quickly. So I want y'all to hear this. It says Jared Anderson fled police. Okay, Jared Anderson per police fled and evaded officers in an orange Dodge Challenger on Thursday around 1:36 p.m. A chase that included 3 attempted traffic stops. So I want y'all to get this in your head 3 separate times, right? But they're gonna go through it, right? He was released. A chase that included 3 attempted traffic stops that ended with the boxer crashing into a median. He was released Saturday morning after he posted a $10,000 bond, which is low as fuck after you hear what he did, by the way. His next court date is a probable cause hearing is scheduled for a district court in Romulus, Michigan. Let's just go over to what happened. Anderson, 24, was taken into custody without further incident following the crash. Police said if Anderson is convicted, he can carry up a punishment of 5 years and or a $1,000 fine along with a 1-year driver's license suspension. Okay, it says an officer was conducting a traffic enforcement when he noticed Anderson's orange Dodge Challenger fitted with a black hood, yellow coverings on the front splitter and camera mounted with a pole, was traveling in excess of 70 miles per hour. Until he approached the officer, he then sped up to 91 miles an hour. So now, he began rapidly passing other vehicles when the officer activated his lights. So pay attention to that. This is the first chase. So now the cop is like, what is this guy doing? He turns on the lights, right? He says, police said Anderson led them on an initial 5.28 mile chase, ultimately reaching speeds of over 130 miles an hour as he weaved through traffic. That's when the officers terminated the chase, deeming it to be a public safety hazard. And I would see this shit all the time in Jersey. They would just speed up and the cops just stop because they're like, he's going to hit somebody or whatever. So they call it off and they'll just either catch you at another spot or they'll call the helicopter, right? So now it says after that happened, he began passing other vehicles. Okay. So that's the first chase. Anderson exited southbound and re-entered the freeway northbound. Another traffic stop was attempted, but Anderson again turned the vehicle speeds to exceeding over 130 miles an hour. This time, the second chase only lasted 0.81 miles as Anderson again began weaving through cars and he presented a safety hazard. Moments after the second police suit ended, a 911 call was received describing an orange Challenger driving recklessly through the streets. The officer spotted the car before trying to stop Anderson, and once again, he peeled off towards the freeway. Another traffic stop was attempted as Anderson headed through southbound, weaving through traffic. This one ended after 0.32 miles and lasted less than a minute. Finally, an assisting officer saw the vehicle cut across all 3 lanes when it crashed into a median.
Yeah, man, it's
And he's
crazy,
on
man.
here. He's on here like, are y'all promoting me? Bro, you promoting yourself.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get out of the Murphy fight, to be honest.
He's doing it, Ryan. Is he doing it, Ryan Garcia?
Hey, man, I mean, like, Ryan didn't get arrested, bro. So, I mean, I think it's more plausible that he's trying to get out of this fight.
Hey, man, you never know. But, man, it's a second felony, you know what I mean? And, yeah, you're right. He is lucky. It's only a $10,000 fine. A bond, because with the previous gun charge that he got, you know, you surprised they didn't like hammer him.
I don't understand how he only gets a $10,000 bond, but hey, it is what it is. That's
well, that means it was 100,000 then, right? It was 100,000. He paid 10%. Maybe that's what.
Oh,
it was.
Yeah, that's what it probably was then. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, if it was $10,000, that means he only paid a $1,000 bond. So I think he probably paid $10,000 cash on a $100,000 bond. Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, all I know, bro, is I'm surprised you ain't get shot.
I was about to say the same. What are you gonna say, Puto?
3 chases. I'm surprised you ain't get shot. Go ahead, Puto.
No, Puto was gonna say.
He probably violated probation too, because the 2 incidents are so close.
Well, I mean, something, bro. I mean, no, man. This whole generation, bro.
What did he say on Twitter? I'm gonna look at that again. What did he say after all that? He has I wouldn't even say anything, bro. I wouldn't even say anything. You're just making shit worse.
You report the news, you know, kind of like the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, he was mad at the ESPN was talking about it, and you know,
which is your job.
Right here we go. Here we go. I gotta play that again. This shit is hilarious, bro. I mean, hey, I'm not laughing at the situation. I just think it's hilarious that you do all that if that's true. And
no, man, he could have killed
like
somebody.
You could have killed somebody, bro.
The dumbass shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck going on yet. Quit doing this.
Item that you may have seen. The heavyweight contender was arrested.
Hey, Tyrank, I really don't know what the fuck going on with y'all. But on my mama, is y'all promoting me or is y'all trying to down me? Cause it's bad enough everybody else posting the dumbass shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck going on yet. Quit doing this. I don't know what the fuck is up with you niggas on that fucking stand, bro. Quit doing this.
Hold on, man. Don't be pointing your finger at me, motherfucker. I had to cut that shit off. What the fuck you pointing at, bro?
Well, that's the problem. It's on his mama because it can't be on his daddy because I don't think he knows the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with this entire. That's the fact of this entire country, bro. We are a fatherless nation. We are a fatherless nation with a bunch of innate. That's what my tweet was. We are a fatherless nation with a bunch of enablers ready to help them to keep on, you know, oh, poor baby, like the poor babies with the Ryan Garcia shit. Bunch of enablers, and that's the problem. We got either weak ass fathers or fatherless.
Well, speaking of Ryan, I want to say this. I spoke about this yesterday, and I honestly believe that Ryan is going through a mental health crisis and probably doesn't even know it, or he probably could be.
You saw his latest tweet?
No, what did he say now?
Go to it.
Oh my goodness, bro.
I call cap on all that shit, bro.
I need to mute this shit, bro. I'm tired of this Ryan Garcia and the Canelo shit too, man.
No, yeah.
I'm sorry, that PBC shit, bro, with Canelo. I'm not taking nobody's word.
Eddie Hearn gave me hope though. He says he would expect that something is gonna. They may have to make a decision by this week. Either they'll go back to Eddie Hearn because his offer's still on the table, or don't make an announcement on their own.
Are you talking about the video with Ryan talking?
Yeah, the last one he put on. You go to Ryan.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm coming on here to explain what's going on. I'm not in possession of my phone. I can't get access to my Instagram. My cards are locked, and I'm just being real. I'm being real taken advantage. I personally wanted just to send out a video to the people that love me and my fans and family that's concerned that I'm okay. I'm not dead. I believe in Jesus. All those are lies. And, they try to put me in jail. They're blocking my cards. I can't access my money. Nobody's giving me that. don't know what's going on, but just know I'm okay.
That's what?
I'm just curious if they took his phone.
Right,
How
hold
do you
on
do
one
this
second.
video?
Hold on, HOD. Hey, listen, whoever's in the background with that Al Heyman avatar, before I let you on, brother, you need to show me something, bro. I've never seen you before, and you got an Al Heyman avatar. So, I mean, I'm like 5 steps ahead of you if you are who I think you're trying to do.
If he's Al Heyman, maybe he's Al Heyman himself.
Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. Hold on. This what we're gonna do. Hold on one second. Hold on. Before I let him on, hold on. This is what we're gonna do. There you go, Al. Before I let you on, I'll put your moneymaker up on the screen, bro. Oh, actually, that ain't even covering the screen. So let's go like this. Yep. Yo.
He's not even talking.
Yo,
hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
What's
I'm
up,
doing
man?
okay. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Just tuning in.
Is there anything you want to talk about? I mean, see, you got the Al Heyman avatar up there.
Yeah. No, I'm not trolling, bro. This is I've been to a couple of the panels on the YTBC. I know some of the people know me in the chat. But just wanted to. I know you guys are talking about Ryan Garcia, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys, since obviously he's already sold, 1.3. I'm not too sure what the numbers, but 1.3 million pay-per-view buys, right? And in his first very pay-per-view. Do you think if he was like more committed, more disciplined to his craft, you think he would have been like a mega pay-per-view star, like kind of like Oscar was? Because they both have the look, but the only thing Ryan lacks is that discipline. It's that drive to be a world champion. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think I'm not gonna say it's the same as Oscar, but he has the potential to be something good in the sport. I think he's wasted his the best of himself of dedication to the sport. But
And he's also, as far as other fighters, in my opinion, he's got a head start as far as like he has that the Instagram or whatever the hell, the Twitter fame or whatever the hell you call it, YouTube social media following alongside with his pretty looks and the whole fucking, I don't know, shit that he does or whatever. So he's got that whole shit going for him. But yeah, the lack of discipline is what's hurting him.
Yeah,
and to be honest with you, all this shit that's going on right now, I'm with Puto. I don't even know if it's serious or not. I can't even tell if he's being serious or not.
No, we just saw that last clip, right? I mean, he's acting like Britney Spears. She was complaining that they had her on lockdown and they didn't give her nothing, and she was like under the custodianship of, I don't know, somebody of her family, and they didn't allow her to be in control of her money and stuff and everything else. That's the way he sounded, bro. He sounded like a victim like that. Man, come on, bro, get the fuck out of here.
Hold on a second. Let's see, Ryan.
What's your name, man? Mr. PBC, man. Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What you go by, man?
Al Heyman.
You. Yeah, that's why my screen is staying right the fuck where it's at, bro. My bad, brother, but
No, it's fine, bro. I mean, like, I understand, you want to keep your guard up and shit, but nah, I totally understand, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, I had someone come on a couple of months ago and they hopped on. They were like, "Hey, I completely understand." And as soon as I fucking took this off, they put a dick right on the damn screen.
Yeah. No. I know. Just I just wanted to hop on, because I know I've the first time I heard about True Shadow was like, what was it, like summer 2021? When you used to hop on War Rapids shows.
Oh
a long
yeah,
time ago.
yeah. What rep it? So what happened with him is you know, I think I spoke about this before, but I'll speak about it quickly again. You know, what rep it was we met because and I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem with me saying this. I'm not going to divulge anything crazy, but he emailed. I have on my channel. I have an email, and that email is strictly for anything that has to do with YouTube. And I had seen him on other panels and stuff. And I woke up one day, I saw an email, and the email said, "Hey, I'm looking to start a channel. Can you help me? Not so much help me. Like, do you have any?" Like, you know, advice. And I'm like, bro, to be honest with you, bro, I'm new to this. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm probably the worst one to ask. And he just said he just felt comfortable or whatever. So long story short, I started going on his panel, and he would help me come over here because I was doing my lives and I wasn't comfortable like at that time doing live. So he would start the live with me, and if I had to take a break or something, he would hold the live down. And then his channel, he started doing his own thing. And then one day, I called him. And I told him, I said, "Hey, man, you know, I know you do the whole chicken and watermelon thing, but that's not me. That's not how I view things, and you know that." And I said, "That's why I'm not going on your channel." And he said to me, "Hey," he's like, "Actually, to be honest with you, bro, I was gonna say, yeah, it's probably best that you don't come on because they're gonna come at you if you say anything or whatever." I'm like, "Bro, listen, it is what it is." So it was like a mutual agreement. That was the last I talked to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I remember at that time, it was the whole theme was about Caleb Plant negotiating with Canelo.
Oh yeah.
And like he was kind of exposing Victor Conte and the whole PED situation.
I remember that. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. It's just so I just because but it's been a while since I seen like you come on lives and shit. So recently you popped out of nowhere on my feed. So you know I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see what's up.
I appreciate it. I've been doing. I mean, I've never really left. I mean, as far as the lives go, that's probably the newest thing I've started doing. Is I've been doing more lives than I have been doing edited. I used to do a lot of edited videos and go live like maybe once or twice a month. Now I'm doing like lives almost every other day and an edited video once or twice a month. So I've switched my formula around.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys a question too. Do you guys, because I know a lot of people are like not giving him the least slight chance, but do you guys think Luis Neri could pull off the upset going to Japan?
I don't think he's gonna win, bro.
No,
I don't think so.
There's nobody on the scene who's gonna beat the monster.
Damn.
That person does not exist right now. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. I'll take that back. I think the one guy that could give him some run for his money is oh god, he just fought a week ago under his brother's.
How far is Bam Rodriguez?
Is it Nakatani?
How far is Bam Rodriguez away from Inoue?
Yeah, he's like
2 divisions below. No, he's gonna fight Gallo. Bam fights at 115, I think, or 112 and 115. I'm not sure he's going up to 118, but I think the guy that could beat Inoue or who could give him a run would be the guy who knocked out Maloney. Is that Nakatani? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, that guy's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Nakatani.
Yeah.
He's at 118, and I could see him, and he's a big dude, so I could see him coming up to is it 122 the bantamweight? So I could see him going up there.
I wonder how they are in their culture. You know how like some Mexicans won't fight Mexicans and stuff like that. Well, I think Canelo said that, but I wonder how the Japanese are. They don't.
They fight each other, and it's an honor upon their name of their family. And
that's what I figured. Yeah,
you know, no, but the Mexicans are the same. Canelo on that superstardom stage, he understands more about what responsibility he holds up there with his title and what he is for his people. So I respect him, but it's not that he won't fight him. He prefers not to. That's the difference.
Like I always said.
He just prefers, and I understand it, bro. Why cause a divide amongst your people when you represent all of them, and he's representing all of Mexico with great honor, bro.
Well, Puto, do you think there's anybody that beats Inoue? I honestly got him. I don't have anyone within the weight classes. Or that guy Nakatani, if he was to fight him, that would be a good fight because that dude is dangerous as fuck, bro. That dude is dangerous.
I think Nettie has a shot, but it's gonna be tough because like Inoue is really, really good. But I think Nettie has a shot because he's done it before.
Me too, bro. He's done it twice. Yeah, in Japan
twice.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he knocked out the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was on roids when that. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, bro. See what I mean?
Hey, man. I hold no. I'm not on code for no one. Latino, Prieto, Blanco. I don't care. No code. We call it the way it is.
No the guy this anyway. So. You know.
But then anyway, they say that he's never been touched. I don't know, some shit like that, right? So they've been saying the same about him.
Hey, I think. Listen, I think you know, I do want to see Inoue start fighting in America, but I understand why wouldn't you want to stay fighting where your people's at? Like, I don't understand why people give him a lot of shit for that.
No, it's not only that fun. Is that his people will, dude? He'll sell out a whole dome, man.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. I don't understand why well, actually I do, but some people be like, oh, he doesn't fight in America. Why would, like, if I had a whole fucking people that if I could sell out stadiums and I got thousands and thousands of support, why would I want to leave that? Why?
He's already fought in America though, too.
And he has.
Yeah. Didn't he fight? Which fight was it that he fought in Vegas?
I was at 115.
I saw him fight in 2017 over here by my house.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
No, the guy, you know, I hold nothing against, bro. I mean, hey, keep on fighting in Japan.
3 times in the U.S. I don't know why people keep saying he doesn't fight in the U.S.
Okay, they don't know none of those weight classes. That's why.
No, you know what it was, because he beat Stephen Fulton so easily. They had to come up with something. That's the only thing I see, bro. Is that he really, and you know what? I like Fulton because, you know, Fulton is not a he's not a nobody, bro.
Man, he won't what he did to, he won't do that to Crawford. I bet Crawford, man. Crawford will smoke him, man. That's the argument out here, bro. You know, they man, he can't do that to Crawford. Man, Crawford killed that boy, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, he did. I'm looking at it right here. He fought Jason Maloney in Vegas at the MGM Grand.
He fought in Carson as well. I went to go see it.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
What, I dreamt the shadow?
Japan. Oh, yeah. You're right. Absolutely right. September 9th, 2017, Antonio Nieves, he fought at Carson, California.
Pudo's hardcore, man. I respect Pudo on that. He goes out to these fights a lot.
My house is across the street, bro. Come on.
Hey, listen, I respect both of y'all, but I don't agree with like 99% of you and Pudo, bro. We always on the opposite end of the spectrum, which is fine with me. It's fine with me.
With HLD and a lot of shit he says, but you know.
Hey, man, but nobody does, bro. I mean, this so that's what makes me.
It's supposed to, bro. You know, like we all agree this shit is boring.
Right, yo, Pudo, thank you, bro. I be saying that shit all the time. Like, can you imagine if every time somebody said something, everyone was just like facts. Like me, I'm not saying I enjoy when people say, Shadow, I disagree. I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I well, actually, no, I enjoy the dialogue. I'm not going to say like when I'm outside in life, I don't want to be hanging out with somebody. Everything I say, they're like in disagreement. No, that would piss me off after a while. Well, what I mean is like, I feel like if you honestly feel a different way than me, bro, let me know. Like, tell me, like, that's what being real is about. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I agree with you or I like you or whatever just to make you feel. Now, I've never been like that, bro. In fact, if I find out somebody's doing that to me, like they're just, I don't know, doing something out of pity or they don't want to hurt my feelings, that shit pisses me off worse. That if I find that out, I'm like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Hey, Shadow, man, did you tune in on Saturday on the Zone?
Huh?
Did you tune in on Saturday to the Zone?
Which not
the Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano.
No. Actually,
you didn't.
No. I didn't. No, because
you missed out, man.
What the one you talking about Serrano or the 1-round knockout with Jake Paul?
No, Serrano. Man, the Serrano, because you know we all know what happened with Serrano, but then you know our boy Tito Trinidad came out, bro, and Bro, he turned them boos to yays in a split second, bro.
Yo, man, let me tell you
He
something, bro.
commanded 20,000 people, bro, because they were,
Hey,
you know,
let me
they
tell you
were pissed
something.
out because they didn't know they were gonna get a refund for what happened.
Hey, listen, Tito
$10,
Trinidad.
you don't give him
Hey,
shit.
listen, Tito, bro, is my by far my favorite
Bro,
fighter of
it was
all
inspired
time.
for me, man. I know, hey, I know it's not Boricua talking, but bro, it was. I hear him talk, bro, and why, bro? That's Boricua. That's Boricua. That's
And
100%
but you
Boricua.
want to know why he was so is so what he's a staple in my whole. I would not be watching boxing if it wasn't for him. I'm being dead
Hey,
ass serious
El
because
D, you're Boricua, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
hold on one second. Hey, keep talking. I think I hold on. Just keep talking. I gotta grab something.
Yeah.
Hey, HLD, cause I heard you like all passionate right now, right? Talking about like Tito Trinidad and all that. What are your thoughts on what Teofimo Lopez comments about Puerto Rican fighters?
Nothing at all, man. I mean, nothing at all. I know Tio first of all, so I know where he comes from, and everybody likes to take things quickly out of context. Yeah, it was a little bit maybe misspoken, but he was on the ass of talking about Subriel Matias right before all that, and so that's where he's on, and he was also on fight mode, which I know when Tio's on fight mode, he's a little local, with with his words, but I know where he comes from, bro. I mean, he's almost Puerto Rican himself culturally. I mean, that's where his father's from. That's where his fathers grew up in. It's not that his culture is Honduran from New York. Nah, man. He hanged out with the Ricans. That's his culture. That's his father's culture. That's why his father sounds like one of my uncles, man. So so no, I didn't take nothing of it, bro. Nothing at all, man. I mean, it's shit talking. It's like I hold nothing against Bernard Hopkins at all, and he pissed me the fuck off the moment he did that with our flag in Puerto Rico. But I know it's the game of boxing, and the boxing game, it gets grimy. It is what it is. But no, I hold nothing to it. I'm not that soft, bro. I'm not
Hey,
I'm not I'm not generation millennial or Gen Z. Y'all pussies with that shit.
Real quick.
He was
I
having a
gotta
bad day. This is a shock therapy appointment.
Yeah.
listen. If you guys want to say something, go ahead. I totally forgot, bro. I got to get this live off because I wasn't even supposed to go.
No, go. Hey, man.
No, it's okay. No. Just real quick. If anybody, I got a quick like 5 minutes. Does anybody want to say anything before I get out of here about anything?
No, man. Come on, Al Heyman. Give Canelo 35 million. Make this fight with Charlo, man, so we can get this bunk sinking faster. Let's go.
I don't know why Pudo. Do you want PBC to go out of business, Pudo?
Well, I really don't care, bro. I want them to all go out of business. I've said that multiple times. But I also wanted
I think the PBC was just like a testing program for for 10 years. I think that's what it was.
Testing for what?
Like to test the waters, kind of. Like
their model.
They just gave Al Heyman $1 billion and they were like, okay, here, watch this for us and we'll see where it goes.
Well, the intended purposes was that they were supposed to try to do what the UFC does, is make everything on, which is what their model is. They want to keep all their fights in house, right? They don't want to. So they try to do that, and they were actually supposed to even have their own belts too, their own PBC belts.
Pero mira, HLD, ese es el problema. Que they always had to. They could have made big fights in house, and they never did them.
Nope. So I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see where this money, where all this money goes. I mean, when hey, man, everything comes to light eventually.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. As far as this whole PBC thing goes, bro, I'm until I see. I should have did this from before, but the only reason why I kept, reporting is because when I see damn near 90% of the damn boxing world saying that he's leaving PBC and everything, I'm led to believe. Now I'm hearing something. Listen, bro, I want this shit to end. I want to know who he's fighting on Cinco de Mayo. I just want to know if he's staying at PBC, if he's not PBC.
I gotta ask Pudo. Pudo, you still on?
I think he's fighting. Yeah,
I'm here.
Pudo, man, real quick, man. So what was your thought on the on the Tank Davis ass whooping of Haney?
I mean, it's sparring at the end of the day. Sparring don't mean shit, but I mean that same thing.
That
will
wasn't
happen
sparring though. Sparring would be working on saying this was like, yo, man.
They were young too. They look small, like teenagers, no? Like
No,
early
I mean,
20s.
no, he was 20 and 20, and then the other guy was like 16, 17. But I mean,
Yeah,
he turned pro,
and
he turned pro at 17, fighting 41-year-olds. So I mean, the age is not the thing. But my thing is, what did you come out? What did you take out of it? Was it an
nothing.
ass whooping and that's it?
It's sparring, but in a real fight, that's what's gonna happen.
I see that too. If Tank comes in, with, because for a minute there, the way I seen Tank fight in the last few fights, I'm like, Devin Haney's disciplined enough to fight 12 rounds, staying away outside and not get caught and just kind of pitter pattering and win it on the cards. But if Tank fights like that where he's cutting off the ring and all that shit, and Haney does that, yeah, I think it's gonna be a long night.
Nah, bro. I look at it like this, bro.
Or a short night, I mean.
I think even with Devin's discipline, I just cannot see him going the whole fight with Tank's speed. Because believe it or not, Tank does have a lot. I think he's very underrated with his boxing IQ. I just cannot see him going the whole fight without getting tagged. And I don't think Devin, just me, I don't think Devin's chin can withhold Tank's power. I just don't.
He couldn't return fire, bro. The power is too much. I mean, granted, he was young, but I keep on hearing that as an excuse because they say he was 16, but at 17 years old, when he turned pro, Devin, he was fighting 21, 24, 41-year-olds.
In Mexico, though, right?
Yeah. And that's vice versa. He went to Mexico, came to Vegas, had a couple of fights, and I don't know if they liked the fights they were going, and then they went back to Mexico. So, but anyway, I just want to hear your take on that.
Yeah, well, look, man, I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys for being on, man, but I gotta get this off. I was
Absolutely, man.
On for an hour. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having on. Hey, Al Heyman, you're welcome back. All right, brother.
All right, man. You guys take care. Thank you.
All right, take
peace
care.
out.
All right.
Take care.
Right.
Take care, bro. So before I get out of here, I appreciate. Hold on 1 second. Okay. We are good to go here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Look, man, I'm gonna look at it like this. Shout out to Raymond Ford. I like Raymond Ford. I said that. I support Raymond Ford. I hope he continues. I want to see him fight O'Shaquie Foster. I think it's O'Shaquie Foster he was going back and forth with, by the way. With the PBC thing, I've already made it clear. I don't want to see PBC go under. I'm not with that. I don't want to. I don't get no satisfaction in anybody going under or anything like that. But I am for the whatever is best for boxing. And if shit like this keeps happening, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. I don't think it benefits anybody at all. Well, that's not true. It might benefit certain people. It's not benefiting me as a fan. It's definitely not. But with that, man, this is Shadow Ghost. Until next time, I'm out. Thank you for tuning in.